Hi, welcome to SBR Sports Picks. I'm Peter Loshak. Today is Tuesday, May 3rd, and right now we are talking with SBR contributor, professional handicapper Ian Cameron. We're going to take a look right now at the opening line for tomorrow's game for the Cubs and the Pirates. That goes on Wednesday, May 4th, and Lester and Nicasio are the expected starters. It's an early game, starts at 12:30 Eastern. Ian Cameron, Nicasio, obviously everyone's talking about what an awesome spring he had, right? He's been inconsistent, though, this year so far. But he has very stark home-road splits, right? All of his road starts he's struggled in. All of his home starts he's been great in. How long will that last? It's a tiny sample size, but it's definitely worth noting. And then Lester has been as excellent and reliable and steady as always, as expected. The Cubs in general have been very profitable this year. It's not a tiny road favorite line, but it's not a huge one either. The opening line that I have here is anything from minus 134 to minus 140 market wide. What's your sense? Do you think we see another strong home start from Nicasio here?
Well, the Chicago Cubs are quickly becoming a team I'm very reluctant to bet against. I actually took a shot with Pittsburgh last night. Garrett Cole against Jason Hamill, revenge situation, that first meeting for Pittsburgh after the Cubs beat them in the wild card NL play-in game last year. You knew the Pirates would be up for that game. The problem is the Cubs got to Garrett Cole, and the Cubs lineup is good enough to get to even good pitchers, and we saw that last night, and the Pittsburgh bullpen behind him wasn't great either. So the Cubs, again, just playing so good that it's hard to go against them, even when they're laying minus 135 to minus 140 on the road like they are here. So I'm going to stay away from the side in this game, and I'm going to look toward the total. I'll be honest, this is a game that is a very light lean for me, not a game I have an overly strong opinion on, and I feel it's my duty to give that kind of info to our viewers, let them know what I feel strongly about and what I don't. This is probably just a lean for me in this game, but I will lean under the total of 7.5 runs in this game. It's an early start game, getaway day. You're going to think umpires, sometimes they want to get the heck out of there. Sometimes they give you a generous strike zone to these starting pitchers. They got to get off to their dinner meeting or they get off to the next city they're going to be playing. But definitely in this kind of scenario, I think it's going to be beneficial to both pitchers. I mean, we have John Lester taking on Juan Nicasio. In this matchup, Lester's been strong, especially on the road. A 1.29 ERA, 2 runs allowed in 14 innings of work over those 2 road starts. He dominated the Pirates last season, allowed just 4 runs over 23 innings in a span of 3 starts against Pittsburgh last season. So Lester has a very, very strong track record against Pittsburgh and definitely has the chance to keep that up here in this start. Juan Nicasio, to me, looks very comfortable pitching at PNC Park. I think that is what explains his strong home numbers. He's finally out of Colorado in Coors Field where he had all those difficulties early in his career. He's clearly looks comfortable to me, relaxed, pitching here in Pittsburgh, a 1.89 ERA in his 3 home starts, 4 runs allowed in 19 innings. He's only allowed a single home run in his home starts, 3 walks to 21 strikeouts. That's a fantastic ratio for Juan Nicasio here at home. Pittsburgh is 3-0 in Nicasio's home starts this season. So that I think Nicasio, again, the Cubs lineup's a difficult lineup to navigate your way through, but I think Nicasio's comfort zone here at home is evident. Maybe he can neutralize these Cubs bats. Bullpen-wise, you have to give the edge to the Cubs. The Cubs have had a strong bullpen, top 10 in the major leagues in ERA. Pittsburgh, not so much. They're only ranked 21st, 22nd in team ERA from their bullpen. So if this game is close late, it could definitely favor the Chicago Cubs. It's tough given the Cubs lineup, to keep their games under the total. They just can explode at any moment. Yeah. But, and that's why it's just a lean for me in the end. But, an afternoon game, you might get a more generous strike zone from the umpire in that kind of scenario. I'll lean to this one staying under the total, especially given the good current form that Lester and Nicasio have both shown this season, particularly Lester on the road and Nicasio at home.
Yeah, I agree with you, and Cameron. There's a bunch of plays that look pretty attractive to me on the opening lines, and we touched on a bunch of those in our opening lines video. This one, though, was not one of the games that I had circled, and I'm agreeing with you. The lines look pretty just dead on. Looks like the market nailed it. Not much of an obvious edge to be had any which way. Ian, Cameron, thanks so much. Talk to you again very soon.
All right, thanks, Peter. Enjoy the games, and good luck.